Hello artist! Today we are going to make salt dough clay. So gather up your supplies from the supply list. I've got my bowl ready. I've got my little mixing spatula. It's got a cute little snowman on it because even though it's April in Ohio, it is still snowing. So we're going to start by mixing our dry ingredients, our salt and our flour. So I have my 1/4 cup and just my regular table salt here. See how I'm doing it over the bowl? That's so if you spill, it spills into the bowl. There's nothing worse than spilt salt all over the floor. Next is flour. And we need 1/2 cup for the flour. Now, this is something my home ec teacher told me. I'm sure you don't have to be this exact, but this is what she taught me, to use my butter knife. Scrape. Scrape. A home ec teacher is a teacher who teaches you all about things in the kitchen and learning how to sew, and we made lots of crafts that we would take to nursing homes and stuff. It was a great class. Learned lots of skills in it. All right, and now we need a 1/4 cup of water. I'm just going to mix that salt and flour together so I don't have any clumps. And I'm going to pour in mostly all my water. I'm just going to leave a little bit behind so I can kind of gauge and see so it's not too watery. So now I'm just going to mix this all together. If it is too watery, you need to add more flour, and if it's too dry, you need to add more water. So I'm going to keep mixing this, maybe add a little bit more water until I get a nice consistency. All right, artist, look what I got. Some salt dough clay. See how my bowl is mostly clean? That is a clue to getting the right consistency. When your clay is picking up all of the tacky clay and it's forming one nice piece of clay. All right, so I'm going to switch over to a plate here. You should probably work on a placemat or a piece of wax paper. You don't want to work directly on the table because this is a little bit sticky and you don't want it to stick all over your table. All right, so work on something. If it is sticking to your hands and it's getting all over, kind of like how you do with cookie dough, you can put a little bit of flour on your hands and that'll make it easier to work with and less sticky. So you just sprinkle a little bit of flour in your palm and rub your palms together. There are so many things you can do with your salt dough clay. You can make coils. There are so many options to do with these coils. You can build them, you can spiral them. You can make a slab. Push it down here. You can have tools that you can push into them. You can use cookie cutters. It's a really nice consistency of a clay. If I want to stick 2 pieces of clay together, then I get a little bit of water, just a little bit, And I can stick them together. Here, kind of looks like a fried egg. All right, so if you want your masterpiece to dry out, you can just leave it on the counter. It will take about 2 days. If you want it to dry out a little bit faster, you can put it outside in the sun, if there's some sun outside, or you can put it in the oven at a low temperature for 150 degrees with adult supervision, of course. So I hope you have a creative time with your salt dough clay, and happy making!